Happy Tuesday, everybody. It is day 4 reading time. I need you to grab a pencil and your Ready workbooks. We are going to turn all the way to page 176. We are going to continue our work with exploring inferences. I want you to imagine a taxi pulling up in front of your neighbor's home. Your neighbors come out of their house carrying suitcases. What guess can you make about your neighbors? When you picture a people with suitcases boarding a taxi and think about what you know from your own experiences, you can infer or guess that your neighbors are leaving for a trip. I knew that's what you guys were thinking. An inference is a reasonable guess based on what you already know and the details you see. When you read a story, you can combine what you know with details in the text to make inferences. Making inferences will help you understand things about the characters, setting, and events that the author does not explain directly or explicitly. So, let's look at the learning target for supporting inferences about literary texts. It says to use story details and examples to explain what the story says and to support inferences you make. Let's go down to the read. An inference is a reasonable guess you figured out based on what you already know and the details of what you see or read. When you make an inference, be sure you can support it with evidence or details and examples given in the text. Readers make inferences to figure out what a story does not say directly. Evidence from a text can often help you understand something that an author hints at but does not state directly. Look at the cartoon below. What inferences can you make about the girl? Which details help you figure out her feelings? So take a minute and read the cartoon. All right, let's go to page 177. Think. What have you learned about using details to make inferences? Consider what happens in the cartoon. How does the girl eventually feel about the movie? Use what you figured out about the girl to complete the inference chart below. Make inferences based on the details in the cartoon and what you already know. So, we're going to do the evidence, what the cartoon shows. Well, when I look at the first box, I know that she wants to see a movie that everyone says is good. And right here, she looks wide awake. So, in this top left box, that's what I'm going to write. Now, they did the next part for me, what I know from my own experience. It says people often look forward to seeing a new movie, especially if they've heard good things about it. That's so true. I'll be watching TV, a commercial will come on, it'll show a movie, and I'll be like, oh, wow, I can't wait to see it. And I get excited about it. So, taking the evidence and my own experience, my inference is the girl is eager to see the movie. Okay, now we're going to take a look at the second picture. I see the girl. To me, she looks like she's yawning and she's looking at her watch, checking out what time it is. So that's what I'm going to write. Now, from my own experience, I know I yawn when I'm tired, and I check my watch when I want something to be over with. So that's what I'm going to write in my own experience. Now, using the evidence and what I know, my inference is that this girl, she does not find the movie very interesting. Okay, last cartoon here. I look at it and I can see she's sound asleep. She must be snoring a little. The Z's are coming out. I know from my own experiences, if you fall asleep, you are probably bored. Remind me when you come to school to tell you about a workshop I was at and somebody falling asleep. It was hysterical. So, taking that she fell asleep, often people fall asleep when they're bored. I'm going to say my inference is that this girl thinks the movie is boring. Make sure you've written down everything the way I wrote it, and we'll talk about inferences some more tomorrow.